The boy who sat on the last bench. In a small town, there was a boy named Arav. He always sat on the last bench of his classroom. Not because he wanted to, but because no one ever asked him to sit beside them. He wasn't the smartest student. He wasn't the most confident speaker. And he definitely wasn't the most popular kid. Every time the teacher asked a question, Arav knew the answer sometimes. But his hands never went up. He was afraid. Afraid of being wrong. Afraid of being laughed at. One day, during a class presentation, he stood up to speak. His voice trembled. His hands shook. And just like he feared, some students laughed. That day, he went home silently. He looked at himself in the mirror and whispered, "Maybe I'm just not good enough." Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. And Arav slowly started believing the lie that others made him believe. Until one evening, his mother found him sitting alone. She didn't give him a long lecture. She simply said, "Beta, the world doesn't decide your value. You do." That night, something changed. The next day, Arav again stood up to answer a question. His voice still shook. Some students still smiled. But this time, he didn't stop. He kept trying. He kept failing. He kept improving. Years later, the same boy who sat on the last bench was standing on a big stage, giving a speech in front of hundreds of people. And this time, people weren't laughing. They were clapping. After the speech, someone asked him, "Were you always this confident?" He smiled and said, "No. I was just tired of doubting myself." The truth is, confidence doesn't come before you try. It comes because you try. Sometimes, the world will make you feel small. Sometimes, people will laugh. Sometimes, you will fail. But never let a temporary moment decide your permanent worth. Because the last bench is not the end of your story. It's just the place where your story begins. Sparkles.